Were you always a confident person growing up?
No way. No. I think that's as far as I can remember, maybe 6, 7. I was always this person that I felt कि मैं बहुत कुछ बड़ा करूँगा. Like some reason, okay? Like it's.
पर अंदर हो जाता.
हाँ, अंदर ही अंदर. I still feel that. But I would never even raise a hand in class to ask a question. Because I was scared of embarrassment. I still am. I think that's my biggest fear. Right? I don't want to be embarrassed. I don't want to do anything in private which could be a shame in public. And that always like I was be that. बहुत टाइम तक ऐसा होता था कि मैथ्स क्लास में मैं ना पहले से ही since for a week I've been practicing about something. I know that because next week this is going to be the thing. पूरा practice किया, सब किया. Still I was not able to raise hand and give an answer. Where I know that 100% it's A. Like I've done this for a week. I was not able to. So not confident at all.
Yeah.
Not confidence.
And what was the point of that change? Because what you're saying, I feel that's a driving factor for so many of us, right? We all kind of sit and say that, oh, what if what I say is wrong? I'll get embarrassed. I'll get judged. That singular fear of judgment is what stops us from doing everything which we can do. Even if you have the capability, like, why risk it? Right? But there's something that happens in everyone's life that where you make that switch, or you might just stick to the same path. But for most people who've been able to build confidence, been able to do something, you find that moment. Was there a moment for you when that switch happened?
I'll tell you moment and I'll tell you what I think about it, okay? About confidence, how people get it. Confidence, everybody says like you need to be internally confident, you need to start feeling it. I mean, all of that is bullshit. Right? Like confidence is always given to you by someone else. And that giving comes in the form of appreciation. And that's how you get confident. So you do something which is slightly better than your own standard. Other person notices it, they compliment you, then you start feeling confident. And then you do more. So for me, it was like, this was first year in my college, first semester, they said, कि अगर आपको external theory exam में बैठना है, उसके लिए you have to give a presentation.
Correct.
If you can't give presentation, you won't be allowed to give that. I was like, ठीक है, करना पड़ेगा, presentation देना पड़ेगा. This was a 16-minute presentation with group of 4 people. So technically, I had a 4-minute slot to give a presentation. And they said, you have to give it on a work culture in a company, pick up your best company around the world. And I made it on Google. 4-minute presentation, technically. I prepared for 30 days. Because I was so scared. I was like, wow. In fact, I was this scared. I'm on the day of presentation I'm giving. I'm walking around the class. College में कैसा presentation होता है? You're standing there, presentation है, PPT change होता है, people read it.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not reading. I'm walking around the class because I've by heart of like learned everything. रट लिया मैंने पूरा कि क्या करना है 30 days में. And I'm walking around the class. The only reason I'm walking because I don't want to face one person at one time because I feel they'll be judging me. So I'm looking everywhere. I'm walking around. And then when I came back, 4 minutes over, I got a standing ovation in my class. First time in my life I've seen कि standing ovation होता क्या है. That's happening with me. And that was like my Shah Rukh Khan moment. He's like, yeah, this is like I'm doing this at dunya मेरे लिए. Like, how you've seen that picture?
Yeah.
Shah Rukh Khan standing in his balcony, people are there. So that was my moment. Everybody's clapping. It was crazy. So that gave me so much confidence that if I prepare for something, people are going to compliment. That's the only thing I got out of it.
Yeah.
It was not that I want to become a speaker. It was not that I want to become like, I don't know, I'm the best student or presenter. Kuch bhi nahi. I just got, if I prepare for something, people compliment. And if people compliment, मुझे बड़ा मजा आता है. That I get confidence. So what I did, I went to the same teacher and said, you know what? I want to do this more. I want to give another presentation. And the teacher said, you do one thing, do this in the same other class as well, so that they should know how to give presentation. I did that in second class. Again, got, like appreciation for it. So that gave me confidence that मैं presentation अच्छा देता हूँ. And I started doing it, started finding more chances, joined Toastmasters, joined ISEC, joined, started reaching out to N number of colleges, started reaching out to my own college director. So that appreciation started giving confidence, and that I've seen it in everyone. Most of the people feel this is the same thing about passion also. I feel passion is nothing, just you feeling confident about something that you do. Right? And that confidence you only get when people compliment you. So तुम घर में सोचते हो तुमने कुछ गा दिया, गाने के साथ ही you're singing, your parents notice, wow, yeah, you sing very well. You start feeling that you're the best singer in the world.
Yeah.
Right. And that becomes your passion. Like, so constant appreciation gives you confidence, and that confidence gives you an urge to do that more. And because you do that more, you automatically get better at it.
So there's a build I have on top of what you said, right? I feel you start getting confident when you get appreciation, but the only way to sustain it is for you to get it internally.
Yeah.
Because it takes away the worry of, oh, what if this goes away? I feel that's the big worry we all, I feel as creators, and my sister said this to me, I think about sometime around June. She said, because I fear judgment a lot.
Yeah.
Like, one of my biggest fears is fearing judgment of people. And she said, for someone who fears people's perspective and judgment so much, you have chosen the worst possible thing to do is to be a content creator, be out there online and do what you do.
Yeah.
And that's a question I sat down. So I do a fair bit of therapy and coaching, and I was sitting with my coach, and my coach broke it down, and she said that think about which part satisfies you the most. She said, forget passion, forget everything else. What satisfies you the most? Is it before you hit publish or after? I said, it's before. So then judgment shouldn't bother you. No? Why is it bothering you? So I said, okay, I'm like, but the reason I'm creating it is for someone to watch it.
Yeah.
She's like, but you are getting satisfaction before they even watch it. And that's when I did a bit of this. And in that session, what we ran through was the fact that you have instigators for confidence.
Yeah.
And I feel that moment for you was when it started off. But for you to sustain it over the long term, at some point, you became confident about yourself.
Yeah.
And it's just that balance, right? At some point, you're saying, okay, this is from external and then this is internal. And at some point, I agree with you, it can't start internally because nobody starts off being internally confident. I mean, those are very few people in the world.
Yeah.
But I feel it starts with someone and then becomes something you add on to yourself. But I love the fact that you said, I want to do more of it, right? The fact that because you were satisfied with it, you want to do more of it, and that adds more and more and more.
Yeah. So I told you, back to childhood, I thought the only way to stand out is being extra.
Yeah.
So like more, do extra, right?
For more insights like this, make sure you check out the full episode.